surgery exactly 3 weeks ago. So this is now 21 days post-op. All in all, I feel probably 95% back to normal. I'm a college student, so I just went back to school today. But all in all, I have really no complaints. I'm happy to report that actually a week ago I was still pretty much completely numb in my lower lip and chin. And really over the past week, my chin has really kind of gone nuts. Kind of started tingling and twitching. I actually have some video of that, which I'll show you in a bit.
If you are chilly, here, take my sweater.
But I'd say right now, it says maybe 50% sensation right now. It kind of feels like rubber. I think that's the best description of what it feels like. It feels like rubber, which sounds weird, but it's actually, you know, exciting for me because, as I said, I was completely numb 10 days ago, and I was not really that worried, but a little concerned. Just kind of, you know, you're expecting numbness, but you don't really know what it feels like until you really experience it. It just feels really weird having a completely numb lip and chin. My left nose, which was maybe 80% numb after the surgery, I'd say it's almost completely back to normal, maybe 90%. It's just very slightly numb. Doesn't feel like rubber. It's, you know, beyond that point in a better way, but it's maybe just very slightly numb right here. And this is all pretty much normal now. See, 4 days ago I went to see my oral surgeon, and he pretty much really didn't do anything other than take my sutures out. So you can see they're gone, and you can maybe see the mark there. It's really hard to not see, but we'll see. So you can see it right there. So it's really, you know, 3 weeks, it's barely noticeable, the external incision from the lower jaw surgery. I still have my upper splint. Today I actually saw my orthodontist for the first time after the surgery. And I initially thought that I was going to have the splint taken out maybe next week or in 2 weeks. But he talked to the oral surgeon over the phone, and the oral surgeon said he'd like for me to have the splint for at least 2 more weeks, and so the orthodontist is actually going to be the one to take it off, but they're going to do that in 3 weeks. So I do have the splint for 3 weeks more, so I'll have had the splint for, I believe, 5 weeks total. I could be wrong, maybe 6, but you know, life goes on. I'm not really too worried about that. So if you're wondering, the first couple days, actually maybe the first 5 days, I did take an antibiotic, and they also gave me an antifungal cream to put on my lips, and then I took hydrocodone. The way that I went about things is that I took the hydrocodone regularly. I took maybe 2 spoonfuls every 4 to 6 hours. And I know some other people have done it differently, where they only take the medicine if they're feeling in pain, but I decided to take it regularly. And I pretty much had no pain, really, whatsoever, to be honest. I'd say pain, so to speak, was like 1 out of 10, at least taking my hydrocodone. I didn't really feel any pain. The main thing was I didn't really feel nauseous either. I just felt tired. I just felt like sleeping and very low energy, and I really don't know whether that was partly because of the antibiotic or only because of the surgery. But now, I'd say right now, my energy is maybe a little bit on the low side, but I mean, I've been able to go to the gym here at the university and exercise. I mean, I don't do 100%, but I'd say by and large, you know, I'm back to normal. If you're wondering, I used a cup. Even the day of the surgery, they were giving me a cup to drink water and Sprite, and I just continued to use that cup Even, the day after surgery, I was using a cup to drink. I never used my syringe. I tried it once, and it was just really a pain in the butt to use. It was really slow to get anything, in your system. So I just use a cup, you just put it in. So I use a cup. I never use a syringe. I did notice that, like, maybe a week ago, I was starting to be really sensitive to cold drinks. Like I drink water right from the fridge or milk, and it would feel really cold, like almost painfully cold. But now it's actually gone. But that was one kind of side effect that I noticed. In terms of my nose, for the first week, my nose was really runny. The first 3 or 4 days, it would be a little bit bloody too when it was runny. I'd say nowadays I only have to kind of, just kind of go like this, like that. Not really completely runny, but I still do have to do that. I don't know, maybe every 2 hours. So my nose is, slowly getting used to the whole new position. My sinuses are going back to normal. So by and large, I don't really have a runny nose anymore. Now that's 3 weeks. I have noticed that I can't open my jaw very wide, my mouth very wide, and that is normal, but I'll show you how wide I can open it. I can open it about this wide. Okay, so just barely more than my finger width. I've been told that it's not really too good to try to really force the issue, because you can pop the screws out of place. So I've been just kind of, going with the flow and hoping that, eventually the muscles will strengthen, and everything will heal in place. I was wondering what the point of the splint was. So earlier I said that I didn't think most people had a splint. I have noticed online that it seems that some people have a splint if they have just the normal upper jaw surgery, and some people don't. But I was asking my orthodontist what was the purpose of it. And what he said is that it was because of the widening of the top jaw for me. Because what they had to do is, as I showed you, they cut the wire right here and right here. They had to cut the wire here and here in order for the jaw to be widened, because of course the metal would prevent that from happening. And because of that, because of cutting the wire, there's nothing really holding my teeth in place. And so the purpose of the splint, it's really pretty rigid. It's this nylon piece going all the way across, and it's also pretty wide going, back, and then my teeth, kind of go into place there. But what the purpose of the splint is basically hold my top tooth in place, to help it, be rigid while the bone heals. So that's the purpose of the splint. In terms of swelling, I'd say I have noticed that I'm maybe 10% swollen, like here, and like here, which hasn't really gone away over the past week, but I have started using my ice pack in the hopes that it will start to go away. But I'm pretty sure that this kind of residual swelling will probably take, maybe a month to go away, maybe even longer. But I'm not really concerned about that. I would say my swelling is, over 85% gone. For me, at least, I'd say 50% gone. 50% of the swelling was gone in 4 days. Maybe 70% gone in a week, and then now 3 weeks later, I'd say it's 90% gone. If you have any questions, feel free to post a comment or message me. But alright, I'll probably post another video in a couple of weeks when I get my splint taken off. But I want to give you guys an update. Alright, bye.